Hello, 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 everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome to Books, Business, and Brunch. And you've got Leslie Cottrell, Joan Randall, and her delicious tea that reminds her of her mama.
Yes.
We're so happy to be with you today talking about all things books, business, and brunch. As I said, this is Leslie Cottrell. I'm the COO at Victorious U Press, and I'm also an author coach. And I'm going to take a moment and let my co-host introduce herself, and then we will dive into what we're going to talk about today. It's so good.
It's so good. Hi, guys. I am Joan T. Randall, and I'm the founder of Victorious U Press and the creator of Books to Business and Brunch and Beyond and all the B words that goes with books and business. And we are excited to be here. Hey, Charmaine. We're excited to be here today with you. And I'm just going to follow Leslie's lead today because she has something exciting that she's going to talk about. We got so much stuff going on. I'm so excited. It's such a new season. It's a God blessed season. It's a God driven season. It's, can I just share one thing before I turn it back over to you?
Of course.
Sometimes we can find ourselves when we are working for the Lord, right? There are so many times when we find ourselves in a place where you feel a little stagnant, in a place where it's like a little plateau and you're like, oh my God, I'm sitting here. I don't know if I'm coming or I'm going. Just be patient because there is a scripture, I want to say in Isaiah, where the Holy Spirit told them to dig the holes, even if they don't see the water, even if the rain is not going to fall, just dig the holes, because what you don't see is what God is doing behind the scenes. And you may be looking up for the rain to come to fill the holes, but God is going to provide the water from under the ground, right? So just keep pushing, keep the faith, and things will work out. So that's my little thing for today. That's my Monday morning motivation for today. Back over to you, Leslie.
And that's a good one. Joan and I are coming out of a bit of a quiet season where a lot of things were happening behind the scenes, but that's what they were. They were behind the scenes. They weren't things that you could get all like woohoo about because they were a little more subdued. And now all of a sudden we have these things. We have so many things to talk about. We aren't always sure where we should even start. So it's a very exciting time. And Joan's right. Just dig the hole. You have to continue to have forward momentum. Tiny steps are better than no steps. And just know that everything is a season and a different season will be coming. And before I jump into things, I do want to say hi to Charmaine. We're so happy to have you with us. And I just want to say, Charmaine,
We love you.
I appreciate you so much, and we are so happy to have you as part of our team, and you're just such a joy. So big hugs to you, Charmaine.
Yes, we love our Charmaine.
We do. We love our Charmaine a lot. So last week we were talking about all things budget. May seem kind of dry, may seem kind of boring. No, it's so important that you understand how your budget is going to play out for your book. And that takes a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, a little bit of planning. If you didn't see our broadcast last week, we invite you to go back and listen to it. We're only here for half an hour, so it's not going to take a long time, but it's great information about knowing where you stand with the dollars and cents for your book.
Yeah.
Once you do that exercise, it might be a little overwhelming, and you might think, this is actually going to cost me more than I planned on. I didn't realize that unless I did absolutely everything myself except editing, and by the way, let me just say again, as we were saying last week and probably the week before and the week before and always, you can't be your own editor. You have to have someone, not your sister, not your mother, edit your book. It has to be someone that knows about the Chicago manual style and can hold their editing to that standard, and that can't be you. So
Yeah.
know that if you did everything else yourself, you have to hire an editor. But if you are hiring someone to publish your book, there are costs that are assigned to that. And you may think, well, is there a way that I can put my author shoes on without spending all that money? I'm not even sure that this is the direction that I want to go in. Do I have a whole book in me right now? Yes, you do, but you might not know how to tap into it. And we have a great opportunity for you to do just that. You can come with us in a new collaboration that we are putting together and be responsible for only one chapter in a collaborative body of work.
Yes.
What's so great about that is your costs assigned to that will drastically decrease because now you're sharing that cost to publish a book with a whole bunch of other authors. So you get to divide up those costs
Yeah.
and you still reap the benefit of becoming a published author and a best-selling author nonetheless. So it is a great way to dip your toe into the world of publishing. It's a great way to go through the exercise of writing and editing. And even better, you're now collaborating with all these other authors. Some will be first time authors, just like you. Some will be seasoned authors. You'll spend time together. You'll be in meetings together. You'll make new friends. You will make new business acquaintances, people that you can do future collaborations. It really is a win, 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 win situation.
Yeah.
So, should we start off with
You want us to bring it to the stage?
I think we should. We've got something so exciting to share with you. And they say that a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, this is more than a picture. And I think you'll get a great feel for what this collaboration is all about with this very cool little trailer that we've put together for what we are cooking up.
Yeah. All right.
Every woman reaches a pivotal
Let me start
In
it
the
over.
journey of life, every woman reaches a pivotal moment, a crossroads where echoes of past achievements blend with whispers of untold potential. Amidst an ebbing tide of familiarity, a second wind rises, a resurgence of spirit, an invitation to embrace new passions. Is this your story? Have you felt the gust of change propelling you toward a new horizon? Join Joan Randall and Leslie Cottrell in celebrating the resilience and tenacity of women who refuse to let their stories end prematurely. Let's rewrite our narratives, embrace our second acts, and inspire others to do the same. Your story, your voice, your journey matter. Let them inspire. Let them ignite the flame of possibility in others. Together, we will unleash the transformative power of the second wind. We can help shape a world that honors the resilience and ageless wisdom of women.
Yay!
Woo!
So that is our trailer. I'm so excited about it. Man. So Leslie was the one that put the words together and got the trailer done. So thank you so much, Leslie, for taking the lead on that. So as you can tell, it's a collaboration. I'm so over the word anthology. I don't even want to call it anthology. This is truly a collaborative project with a DocuView series, and I'm not calling it documentary either. It's a DocuView. So what we want to do is to literally transform the words to a screen, right? So we want to take what's in the book and we want to give each author an opportunity to speak about their chapter. And so more to come on that. But we are having our interest meeting on June the 29th, which is next Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're just going to ask you to come check it out, right? We have a whole vision. We have a purpose. We have a whole thing. And I will also share with you the reason why we decide to do the second wind. God gave me this whole second wind title from 2019. Well, actually 2020. And I just sat with it for years. And now I feel like it's the right time to bring it forward. I see women nowadays. I remember when I was much younger, Leslie, if someone said that they were in their 50s, I'm thinking, oh my God, they old. They old, like you're old lady. But nowadays, 50 doesn't is not old.
Mm-mm.
60 isn't old. Like people are living incredible lives in the second wind, right? Or something happened to someone and they just felt like it was over. It was life for them was done as they know it. And then something happened and changed the whole trajectory of their life. And they are just this brand new person. So that's what the second wind is all about. It's women feeling and finding this incredible resilience, after so many things in life has happened, and here they are now living their best lives in this on this other side, right? Leslie, I've experienced it. I experienced it. I know Charmaine, if you're still here, I know you have experienced it, and we're excited to bring it because, like Leslie said in the video, we're ageless. We're ageless. Our stories are ageless. And when we're no longer on earth, those stories live on, right? And the only way the stories live on is to hold it, is to write it, is to publish it, is to create it. Right. The reason why we can go back and understand, the children of Egypt traveling from Egypt to the promised land is because it was written. The only way we knew what happened to Joseph is because it was written. All of these stories that we have read and learned. And the only reason why we know about Martin Luther King is because somebody wrote it. The only reason why we know about Juneteenth is because somebody wrote it. Right. So I love the whole prospect or act of writing. And a lot of people think they don't have a story because they look at their life and go, oh, this is not worth telling. But it is, right? It is, because there's somebody out there that is going through what you have been through. And your words can uplift them, can motivate them, can inspire them. So we are excited about this project. So the link is in the description to this video. So there is a description to this video where you see it playing now. If you just click on more, you can scroll down and you'll see all the description there. Click on the link that says the Second Wind Anthology. It'll take you to the registration page, and it will also give you the Zoom number for next Saturday so that you can be a part of this. Anything else you want to say, Leslie, about that before we move to our next thing?
If you're watching and you're thinking, oh, so this is a collaboration for women that are retirement age and up, don't misinterpret.
Right.
This collaboration is for really any woman who has been through a transformative time in their life. It could be recovery from illness or an accident or surgery. It could be a life-changing divorce and you found yourself in a whole new direction. There are so many things.
Yeah.
And we as a country are in this amazing time of transformation. It's like when you were younger and you got pregnant, all of a sudden you noticed all these big bellies.
Right.
We have seen that so many people are in transition. When we had our last team meeting afterward, I said to Joan, did you notice that almost every person on our team was talking to this period of transition that they're at right now in their life?
Yeah.
So have you been through that? Have you had a career change? All of those things that just change the trajectory of your life. You think you're going in this direction, and suddenly you find that things are much different than you thought they would be. And that's my case. If anyone had told me 2 years ago that I'd be sitting where I'm sitting, doing what I'm doing, I would have said, I think you probably are wrong. I wouldn't change where I'm at in my life for anything.
Yeah.
Anything. So the second wind is when you see the light and you are in the light and you have realized that you have this one life to live. And
Yes.
it is your life to make decisions to serve yourself and your interests and your loves and your passions and perhaps your spouse, your family, your children, your grandchildren, your greater community. It's not just about your 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You are not where you punch in at. Your life is just this beautiful tapestry of all these different pieces. And this is an opportunity to write a chapter about how you rewrote
Yeah.
your journey,
Yeah.
how you mended that rip that was in your tapestry.
Yeah.
Those are the stories that we can't wait to get together and talk about.
Yeah. I love it. Thank you, Leslie. That was profound. That was so awesome. All right. So we hope to see you on June 29th at the interest meeting. You'll learn a whole lot more about what it is, when is it going to start, what's the investment, what is the timeline, when we're doing the videos, all of that stuff. You'll learn all about that next Saturday at 10 a.m. If you think you know someone that this is an opportunity that would be great for them, you can invite them as well. If you don't think that this is something that you want to do, it's fine, but don't hide it from others. So share this video, invite some other people to join it, because you never know whose life will be blessed just because you wrote that story or you invite someone to write their story. Okay. All right. So a couple things before we wrap up this. We still have got some time here, but we want you to also, we have a webinar coming up on July 17th. And this is for people that have a book. So it's for the authors or those that are writing books now, or for those that have written books years ago and your book is sitting, getting dust, gathering dust on Amazon, gathering dust on Lulu, gathering dust on Ingram Spark, gathering dust in your garage, and you have not done anything with it, right? We have this webinar. It is a free webinar. I'm doing a lot of free things in July, right? So there's the free webinar called Wrote by Me, and the founder of Wrote by Me will be here to talk about what is Wrote by Me and give you an understanding of how to brush the dust off of that book that has been sitting there getting dusty, and relaunch so you can sell 1,000 books. Right. So that's our strategy. It's a free webinar. We're going to talk to you about Wrote by Me. The co-founder of Wrote by Me is coming. We spoke to him months ago when he just started to reach out to people about this platform that he built. He has a background in engineering. He built this platform, and it really is for authors. But now he is spreading his wings. He's all over the place. He's now building platforms for publishers and book distributors. That's how fast this thing has grown. So we want to invite you to Wrote by Me. It is a webinar, and it's free, July 17th, Wednesday, July 17th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the link again is in the description for this video. So you can just go there, click on the link, bit.ly/wrote by me, and register. You'll get the link and everything. Also, we want you to save the date. Say, I told you we got a lot of stuff going on, right? Jesus Jonan Journal starts July 1st. It will go on every morning at 8 a.m. for the 31 days in July. And we're giving away a book every single day, right? And we're kicking it off on July 1st with my friend Angie Mitchell. Angie is going to talk about the very first time she saw me and decided to connect with me. So she had been watching me for years. And the first time I started Jesus Jonan Journal was January 2020 during the pandemic. I started 31 days of Jesus Jonan Journal. I did it January and July since 2020. I didn't do it last year. I just wanted to take a break, but I'm back with it for my birthday for July. So Join us every morning at 8 a.m. It's a little inspiration, and you get to walk away with you might be the lucky winner of a book. All right. And then last but not least, and then I'm going to turn it over to Leslie for any wrap up. We have a writing camp coming up. Right. So the writing camp will be October 26th here in Charlotte, and it is live. It is in person. It is called the Soul Stories Writing Camp, right? We are helping new authors or potential authors write their book. We're taking away the fear out of their heart. We're bringing them together with publishers, with editors, with writing coaches. And the whole goal is for them to walk away from the camp with their story written, or at least started. That's it. They're going to write. And when they're done, when they leave that day at 4 p.m., they should have their story done. So we're going to give them everything. It's going to be like a workshop. We're calling it a camp, but it's truly like a workshop. We're going to be taking them through the publishing process and helping them write their book. So it's the Soul Stories Writing Camp. So save the date for October 26th. More to come on that. This will be Victorious You Press and Out of the Box Press collaborating together for this live in-person event. And that's all I have right now. There's so much more, but I don't want to overwhelm anyone. So I'm going to turn it back over to Leslie.
I just want to, I want to talk a little bit more about Wrote by Me, but I want to give a plug for this writing camp, the Soul Stories Writing Camp. If you've ever been to a live writing workshop, boot camp, retreat, any of those things, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. There is something really special that happens when you are collaborating with other writers in the same room. It's a lot like going to church and listening to the music and singing with the music. It's energizing. It charges you up. It brings you closer in worship, but it brings you closer to everyone that you're with. And then that energy feeds off all of the other beautiful, similar energy that's happening in the room at the same time. Exactly the same thing, only a little more quiet, happens when you're in a writing retreat. Yeah. You are creating with other men and women that are creating too. And that energy feeds on itself. Yeah. And you'll find that things start coming out of you that you didn't even know existed. I can't really explain it. But it just happens. And it's something that everyone who's even the tiniest bit interested in writing should experience at least one time in their life. Yeah. Because you won't forget it. And seriously, maybe you won't have a book written when you're done. But think about one chapter. Think about one story that's in your mind. I've always wanted to tell the story of. And you come to this camp with that thought and start to release it. And you are going to experience a different level of writing than you experience for the most part when you're sitting in your office. Yeah. And you get to take that home with you, right? Don't you agree, Joan?
Yeah, like absolutely.
You take that energy with you when you go home. Yeah. You take that resurgence of second wind with you when you come home after the camp. So seriously think about coming and joining us live. There's so many of you that are probably from the Charlotte area. And are you from somewhere else and you think you might like to have something similar? Talk to us about it. You know, absolutely. We can easily have one anywhere you want.
Yeah, that's a great point.
We can pull it together and make it happen.
We can pull it together and make it happen. And and here's the thing too, Leslie, that I want to remind them, like sometimes they may just have this lived or learned experience that they want to share. You know what I mean? Somebody overcame something. Somebody had an experience with diversity, exclusion, equity. And I'm saying exclusion because they felt excluded, right? Someone like Charmaine, who might still be on with her son, the death of her son, right? There's so many things that happen in our lives that we can, put it in writing form so that somebody else can be blessed. And maybe it's a story about your childhood. Maybe it's a children's book. Maybe it's a cookbook. Maybe it's you love to write poetry, right? But you just didn't get the time to sit and write it. So we're creating that space for you with the people in the room who can give you the answers that you're asking for, right? How many poems should I write, right? How long should they be? Can I have poetry and prose and all the different type of poetry? Can I write a children's book, and how many pages does it need to be in the children's book, right? Can I tell a part of my story? So those are the things that you may want to share. Or you can say, hey, you know what? I have this gift, this skill, and I just want to put it down. I want to write it so that my grandchildren have something that they can have as a legacy when I pass away, right? So think about it, right? That's in October. More to come on the Soul Stories Writing Camp that we are doing in collaboration with Out of the Box Press. So listen, we are at time, Miss Leslie. And before I go away, I want to just show our video one more time. And then that's going to be our outro. So
Okay.
This is our, what is it called? It is our trailer for our upcoming project. Here it is.
In the journey of life, every woman reaches a pivotal moment, a crossroads where echoes of past achievements blend with whispers of untold potential. Amidst an ebbing tide of familiarity, a second wind rises, a resurgence of spirit, an invitation to embrace new passions. Is this your story? Have you felt the gust of change propelling you toward a new horizon? Join Joan Randall and Leslie Cottrell in celebrating the resilience and tenacity of women who refuse to let their stories end prematurely. Let's rewrite our narratives, embrace our second acts, and inspire others to do the same. Your story, your voice, your journey matter. Let them inspire. Let them ignite the flame of possibility in others. Together, we will unleash the transformative power of the second wind. We can help shape a world that honors the resilience and ageless wisdom of women.
All right. That is it for us today. I hope you enjoyed this special broadcast today. We just call it the Second Wind Collaborative and Docuview project. And we will be back next week with another. Leslie is your host next week because I won't be here.
Oh, that's right.
So
That's right.
Leslie will be your host next week. Yes. So listen, we are excited that you joined us today. Please share this broadcast and remember that a pen creates an indelible moment in time that can never be erased. So keep writing. That's all we have for today. May God bless you, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.